Yeah.
So, okay. So, um, how old was Danny spelling bee, Danny?
I think I must have been 8.
Okay.
I think it might have been second grade. It could have been third or fourth. So I'd be 7, 8, 8 or 9. I'd be in that range.
Okay. So here's what I want to do first. Um, I'm laughing at my little wings. So I want
I left a wing. I had a wing and I was like, I'm going to leave the wing.
whoop, whoop. Um, so here's what I want you to do first. First, I want you to say like, let's do kind of a VOC measure of, so right now, and tell me like how you would say this statement in regard to standing up there with your price. Okay, with that visualization. So something that like what would be the thing that you would say sort of like, I feel confident that I'm the guy that resonates for them. Like, is that what statement would you say? Like if you said
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, that's it actually.
okay, so I want you
Yeah.
to say that and tell me how true that
So
is.
I'm the guy. It's only like a 1. It's like a 10%.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
not. It's not high.
Okay.
The desire to be there is big,
Oh, sure.
but the resident. It's like
But
no, no, no. It's pretty low.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like it to be? What feels like it'd be good progress today? To get it
Uh,
to how true?
I know this is going to sound funny, but I feel really hopeful in your hands, and I think I could get to 100% today. I do. I
Okay.
do. And it might be something I need to practice,
Okay.
but no, I
Well,
feel like you and I could definitely
okay.
get there.
Well, let's say okay. And then okay, so then what I want to say is what would feel good as far as if I asked you to measure how true it feels that you could sustain it for 2 weeks?
Hmm. So probably realistically, if I was at like 50%, 50-50, deep, strong, like, oh, right, because that I feel like, oh, I could probably keep that and
Okay.
grow that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So a good solid 50%,
Okay. And an
halfway there sort
experience,
of thing.
so an experience of 100% today. And
Yeah, right. So that would be fluffy. That would be
but
nice,
okay.
but
So the goal would be like if you had an experience of feeling that 100% and and a and a and a reassured feeling that you could like, and also the sense like, and I also feel like I could 50% say 50% sure I could hold on to this for a
yeah,
few
right.
weeks. I think that's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a distinction, I think.
Yeah. And also, like, if I'm feeling it 100%, but that 50-50, it leaves room for, yeah, if I need to work on other things, like that's where that would be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 Right. Leaving it open for the growth and what I need to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, so can you see, so 8-year-old spelling bee Danny,
Yep.
give me will you set the scene a little bit for me so I have a sense of where you're going in and
Yeah. And I'm not sure if this is a factor. It could be because it's popping in, but so I had just left public school
okay.
halfway through the year
Okay.
and went to Catholic school, which was
Okay.
fine. It was great. I
Yeah.
got a good education. Most of it was great.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I was happy to be there. I wasn't even like there was no upsetment about leaving, but
Hmm.
there was that change. So
Yeah.
anyway, turns out I'm a
Okay.
good speller. I'm just naturally a good speller,
Yeah.
and I ended up in a spelling bee.
Hmm.
And so there I am with several other classmates, probably about 20 of us. And I think it was just sort of to figure out like who, well, spelling bees, you just figure out who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
So
yeah.
it's a horrible system because you're all destined to lose except for one person, you know? So,
It's true.
so the setup is I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm
Uh-huh.
a good speller. It's like the only thing I can do.
All these traumatized kids from these damn spelling
Ugh.
bees. Stories about being second or fifth or not making it or
Meanwhile, I'm obsessed with watching the National Spelling Bee, and I'm like,
Yeah, so you're all excited
Did it
about
every
it
year.
because you're like,
All
I'm a good
excited because I'm
speller.
like, it was something I was just naturally good at.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore liked it.
Yeah.
And also, not that anybody else really cared, but they were like, yeah, well, good for effing you. You know, so it's just sort of like my own thing, no, regardless of what they thought. So
Mm-hmm.
here I am wanting to obviously make people proud and make my family, but it was more like, look at what I can do. Not,
Yeah.
I want you to
Yeah.
be proud of me. It's like, I don't really even care, but like,
Yeah.
I wanted to be like, look at what I could do
Yeah.
and let me show you. And
Yeah.
so I get up on stage and we're all set up, do the first word. I think there was like a practice round, and then it was the practice round, the first word, and then it's round two. And the
Uh-huh.
word is exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shoot, how do I spell that word? You know, and you're naturally nervous, but
Of
I was
course.
like, no, EXC. And I'm like, I don't know how to spell that word off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't trained on how to give it a moment,
Right.
stuff like that. I'm
You're
like,
right. No.
EXCAC. And then I was like, oh, I know. It was fine, but it was the bell. And then it was that moment of disappointment that everybody was feeling for me, like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you couldn't do it. All right, well, next, you know? Like, so
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
not the guy. You're not going to win. You're not the winner. No judgment, but moving right along,
Yeah.
we're going to wait for the next guy and we're going to wait for the next kid and we're going to wait for the winner.
Yeah.
You know, you're not it.
Yep.
So it's that aspect of it.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. Let's take a second. Close your eyes. Let's just get present for a minute, okay? Okay. So here we are. I want you to notice, are your feet on the floor? Are your feet on the floor?
My toes are on the floor.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take my sneakers off. I had to run around. I'm going to take my sneakers off.
Take your
I got
sneakers off.
my favorite pairs of socks on.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
my toes are on the floor.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right. So let's just close your eyes. Just want you to feel your toes on the floor. Butt in your seat. Just take a few. Just notice your breath. Just notice it. Notice your hands. Notice if you have any tension in your forehead, shoulders. Just kind of let it be heavy or relax.
Give me
Notice your heart.
half a second. I'm sorry.
Sure. Sure.
A little too aware of the bathroom fan.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay. Back to grounded. Relax. Notice your breathing. Relax your belly, hips, shoulders, ears. Maybe slow down your breath just a smidge. Yeah, there you go. Nice sigh. Notice your heart beating in your chest. Just bring yourself here in this room. Here we go. Yeah, and we're here. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring today in this space. Gonna do the work for us and for others. Only good comes. Anything that doesn't feel good will just wash away and go wherever it needs to go. No harm caused. All right. Oh, you feeling grounded? Come back to me.
Nice.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's have you start tapping or
Yeah.
in your finger points. Yep, with my hands. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to go into that place. Where was this spelling bee happening?
It was the auditorium, you know, the
Okay,
gym, the
yeah,
gymnasium,
yeah.
auditorium, stage.
Okay, great. So I want you to find a way to enter that space, that makes sense, and pause people if you need to pause them, however. Okay. Notice, notice the sound of the space, notice any smells in the space, what time of the year it may have been. See, notice that 8-year-old Danny and see if you can tell what he is wearing. Maybe a uniform, I don't know.
I'm sure it was plaid something.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. So
79
yeah.
or 70,
So
you know.
yeah. So oh, excuse me, sorry. Yawning for you.
Yep.
Is
Working.
yeah, there you go. So, whatever you need to do, I'm going to give you a minute to make that connection with him in a
Yep.
way that's safe.
I have a feeling I've gone to this exact spot before. So
Okay.
he's at the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be the place I can go there, and we'll be able to freeze everybody.
Okay. All right then.
He's kind of like, so now what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like as if we have done another aspect. He's like, so now what? So now, yeah. He's like, now what? Like now.
Oh, okay. 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 So see if you can ask him, find out what's going on for him right now.
Yeah. So it's funny because it's really coming up like as if we had just worked on another part 5 seconds ago,
Okay.
and we're like time warped right back to that. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
We had done
Yes.
something with him before, and he's like,
Okay.
okay, so now what? It's like the
Oh,
next
good.
moment.
When we go back and check in, that's what we're doing. Yep. Okay, great. So you want to, so you're like, well, now what I'm doing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
checking in, right?
There's a he's got a nervousness to him.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
So even just, it feels like it would be good to just calm the nervousness
Yeah, I was gonna say,
about
can we tap on that nervousness?
being in front, because he's totally happy to be there, but there's that nervousness of
Of course.
being in front of people. And because even then he acknowledged like, I'm really young and these people
Yeah.
are really adult people.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is amazing I'm up here, but there was a nervousness that he was like, I wish I didn't have that.
Okay, so let's see if he's okay with tapping on him on that nervousness.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. So tapping on the side of his hand,
Hmm.
even though you're feeling so nervous
Even though you're feeling so nervous
in front of all these people.
in front of all these people,
That's why I'm here.
that's why
Okay,
I'm
yeah. Was there something else you wanted to add?
here. Just and mom and dad.
Okay, and mom
There's
and dad,
the
yeah.
thing about all the people, but also mom and
Okay.
dad.
Even though you're feeling so nervous that everybody's here.
Which how lucky was I to have a mom and a dad to show up at a spelling bee in the middle of the
That's
week.
right. Yeah. Feeling so nervous.
Feeling so, I know you're feeling so nervous.
Even mom and dad are here.
Even mom and dad are here.
But that's why I'm here to help you.
That's why I'm here to help you.
Even though you're feeling so nervous.
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
So nervous that all these people are here.
all these people are here.
Even mom and dad are out there.
Mom and dad are out there.
Well, that's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Even though you're feeling so nervous.
Even though you're feeling so nervous.
So nervous in front of all these people.
So nervous in front of all these people.
Even mom and dad are out there.
Even mom and dad are out there.
But that's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Okay, let's tap to the points. Feeling so nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
So nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
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 How's he doing?
Good.
Give a minute there.
Yeah. And it feels like this nervousness is definitely sort of a big part of this whole thing.
Okay.
To not just get him to be calm to move on, but this
Okay.
needs to be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And it popped in there that he would like his grandmother there too. Like
Okay.
it would have been nice if she could have been in the audience.
Okay.
That feels like a nice thing to add.
Okay. So make that happen.
Yeah, let me set that up. And he wants it to somehow where the other people in the audience, it's like the family members of the other kids,
Mhm,
obviously,
mhm.
to just kind of distance them a little bit because
Okay.
like it's not important.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that doesn't matter. So, but
Mhm.
it's funny because he just wants them to be sort of like in the dark in the background, like
Okay.
respectfully there, but he's like, it's distracting. Like all those people,
Mhm.
like it's too
Abs
many people, you know?
Okay, sure, absolutely.
So like they can be further back. So like almost like a soft spotlight on mom and dad and grandma.
Okay.
So he can be a little bit more focused. He wants
Okay.
that. Like he's like, oh, it's too many.
Okay.
It's not like he's just like, it's just too many people.
Okay. Great.
He
Perfect.
can sort of see just the judges and just the mom and dad and the
Okay.
grandmother. Yeah, so that calms it down more for him.
Okay. Great. Good. Good. And so I want you to ask him, oh my gosh, what does this, however you'd ask that 8-year-old, what does this mean about the world? What does this mean about him?
He still actually wants to tap on
Okay. On the nervousness?
nervousness.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's do that then. Okay. Side of his hand. Hey, even though you're still feeling nervous,
No, you're still feeling nervous.
there's still people out there.
There's still people out there.
That's why I'm here to help.
That's why I'm here to help.
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
You know, you're feeling so nervous.
there's still family out there.
Still family out
They're
there,
still on the stage,
still on the stage,
feeling so nervous.
feeling so nervous.
That's why I'm here. I've come to
That's why
help.
I'm here.
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
all this nervousness,
all this nervousness,
there's people out there.
there's people out there.
I've come to help you with this nervousness.
I've come to help you with this nervousness.
Okay, tapping to the points. All this
All
nervousness,
this nervousness,
all 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 this nervousness.
all this nervousness.
Feeling so nervous,
Feeling so nervous.
so nervous,
So nervous.
so nervous.
So nervous.
Okay, so nervous.
Yep.
Okay. See, just find out from him. Is he still feeling really nervous?
Well, it's still there. I mean, it's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
better every
Mm-hmm.
time we do it. It's better, but now
Okay.
he's aware of all of the other kids that are now behind him because he's
Mm-hmm.
at the microphone and they're there.
Okay.
And he's clear that he doesn't feel like judgment or anything. He's like,
Yeah.
you're in the same boat,
Okay.
but they are there and they are looking. It's
Does
almost like
he
even if they were like, you could do it too. We're all in this together.
he can sense
But
them?
it's so many people.
Does he need any more tapping or
Yeah,
does
yeah,
he want
yeah.
to?
Yeah, no, this
Okay.
is
Okay. So side of that hand again. Even though you're still feeling really nervous,
even though you're still feeling really nervous.
there are a lot of people here.
There are a lot of people here.
That could make anyone feel nervous.
That would make anyone feel nervous.
And that's why I'm here to help
And
you.
that's why I'm here to help you.
Yeah. Even though you're noticing all these people here,
Even though you're noticing all these people
and
here,
you're feeling so nervous,
you're feeling so nervous.
that's why I'm here to help.
That's why I'm here to help.
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
Even though you're feeling so nervous,
it's normal to feel so nervous with so many people here.
normal to feel so nervous with so many people here.
And that's why I'm here.
And that's why I'm here.
Okay, let's tap to the points. Feeling so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
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 Feeling so nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
Feeling so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
Okay. And see how he's doing and then see if, we need to take some people away.
Yeah, this seems to be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Be a problem and an issue. This is, and I can feel it in me. I'm
Okay.
almost ready to. I'm fine, but I'm almost
Okay.
ready to come out of it. Like, wow, yeah, all this nervousness is like really uncomfortable.
So what I want you to do is I want you to remind him, okay, remember before we just finished up and here in the Matrix, we can do anything. So like are you gonna, if we take all these people away right now,
Yeah.
could we have all the kids go off the stage, or do you want to go off the stage and
You
we'll
know
go
what?
somewhere else? Or
Let's go to the meadow.
okay, let's
And
do
it's
that.
funny. He wants to actually, because you brought them up, he's like, let's bring all of the kids.
Okay, okay.
It's funny. He wants to share with them. Let's go together. Wouldn't that be an amazing thing if we like as a
Yeah.
team, like, you know, football
Yes.
movies where they all like,
Yeah.
if we did it together. So he wants to have
Okay.
all of them go to the meadow to
Oh,
get,
that's great. Great.
like, they all need a break.
Yeah, because he knows that they are all out there too, probably feeling the same,
Yeah.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So let that happen.
Yep. It's funny because they're all going into it. Like when they Willy Wonka doors, when they go into the first candy, they're all like excited because there's the stream and the flower. Everybody finds their little corner and spot,
Oh, that's
clicks,
great.
groups and teams, and everybody's just like instantaneously like, whew,
Yeah, yeah.
play. Like, what's with the pressure?
Oh, that's really great.
Yeah, so that pressure of
Okay.
performing and school and things that you get judged on, you know?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And wow, that's like all
mm,
in there. Like you have to grit your teeth and bear it, sort of thing. I bet that's something my mother even said. I think that was a phrase of hers.
mm-hmm,
Grit your teeth and bear it. You know what?
mm-hmm.
Isn't that funny? You know how I'm always manifesting in my jaw?
Yeah, look at that.
Because that's something I notice. It's always in my, I'm like, why don't I feel it in my heart? You know?
Yeah, why is it in my jaw?
It was a
Mm-hmm,
phrase of my mother. Grit your teeth and bear it was actually a
mm-hmm.
phrase that my mom would use.
Yep. Okay. So, do you see him in the meadow now, Danny, in the meadow?
Yep.
Okay. And is he somewhere where you can, sit down and
Yep.
talk
It's
with
like
him,
our
or?
little Jesus picnic
Okay, great,
blanket area, you know.
great. So now that he's there,
Mhm.
um, and he's looking like, so you said it looks like the pressure's kind of lifted.
Yep.
Okay. See if you can ask him then, with all that, what does all that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean to him about those grown-ups or people or the world or
Yeah.
himself?
So what do you think that means? You know, like a little, he's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
cute.
know. Well, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think they're thinking?
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, he's kind of pointing out like all the kids. He's like, well, I don't know if any of us like this except for the ones who are better than me. And they're like
Mhm.
liking it just a little bit more, but, you know,
Right.
love it. It's like, this is tough.
Mhm.
It's not bad. It's just a spelling bee. It's not, you know,
Mhm.
but it's like, so he's saying something. Why couldn't we do this in a different way?
Mhm.
Like, well, what do you mean? Like, I don't even know what he means.
Yeah.
What, like, so I need to find out from him. Well,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
what do you,
Me too.
how, so if you could do it in the way that you think would be better for everybody, what would that be? It's funny. He's like, let's just get some of them so we could decide together. Like,
Okay.
how would you guys prefer to do? They're all like, let's do it here. What's with the stage and the cold metal chairs? They're like,
Mhm.
can't we just have a spelling bee here?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's funny. So somebody is like, let's do our own spelling bee for each other. Like, we're
Mhm.
curious. We want to know
Mhm.
our own abilities. We like that part,
Yeah.
but without the judgment, and there's sort of no winner. There's just, where are you, you know, where you get to
Mhm.
self-evaluate rather than it just being whoever wins is the good one, the best. So that's so funny. That's such a, I don't even know how that would work. And he's like, well, who cares how it works? Like, he's like, it doesn't, that's the whole point, is like, why does there have to be the good one, the best one? He's like, can't we just all spell words here? We all like spelling words. Like a game.
So I want to pause you just for a second. So what I hear, and I want to see what this sounds like. So it sounds like, we didn't, he's 8. So, we're trying to navigate getting out. So it sounds like there's something, if we were going to say that maybe what he took away here is whoever wins is the good one.
Yeah.
So I heard that
Yep.
is, so does that, I want you to kind of check it in, however it makes sense to you, and see if that's sort of the takeaway,
Yeah.
like that, the thing that he took away from that.
Right, right. So if you don't
Okay.
spell a word right anywhere along, then you're not the winner. You're not the good one. You're
Okay.
literally just sort of dismissed, because that's
Okay.
what happens. You just sort of go and sit down. Like
Okay.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
You don't even get congratulated for like being a part of the, I mean, they do at the
Mhm.
end, but by then the damage is done.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like, yeah, you're welcome for showing up here to sit through the whole rest of the stupid thing.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So,
Okay. So so already he's aware that, what he wants right now out of this is to do it. The kids want to figure out how they can do it in the meadow. Yeah.
right, like if it were a game, like when you do
Mm-hmm.
Mad Libs, there's no
Yeah.
winner. You just play
Right.
and
It's
it's
just something silly and fun. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's let
So
them.
they want to do it with each other. They're like, we don't want judges. We don't. I mean,
Okay.
if we need an evaluator to let us know
Yeah.
where to
That's
spell,
right.
that's different. But they're like, we just want to go around spelling words.
Okay.
Like okay, so like camp. I never went to camp, but I imagine like so it's around a campfire,
Yeah.
marshmallows and s'mores, and the whole
Mm,
camp thing. And
mm-hmm.
instead of telling ghost stories, they want to
Yeah.
spell. Like we
Oh, this is
loved it.
great.
We all loved it. So everybody gets to spell a word, even if they want to show off. And like, I know how to spell this word, and everybody's like,
Oh,
impressive,
yeah.
wow, you
Yeah.
can spell that word. So maybe that's the game. Is like
Mhm.
pick. You get to pick your own word and spell it. Like you
Oh,
get to
that's
pick
fun.
the words you know.
Oh, that's really fun.
Talk
So they
about
get to actually shine a light
self-evaluating.
on. They get to shine a light on. Like, look at. I know this word. You guys
Look at
want
what
me to
I can
spell?
do. And they're
Yeah.
all like, everybody is like, wow, that's kind of amazing. You could spell
Mm.
that word. You can
And
spell.
they're super impressed with each other. Oh, this is great. So yeah,
Everybody's impressed with each other. So I
yeah. Let's let this happen. I love
really want them
this.
to enjoy that for a moment.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to really like see if you can see like the expressions and smell the air and
Yeah. It's so vivid. There's like pine and
mm,
when the dirt is dry and clean, like
hmm.
when dirt can be
Yes,
sweet,
yes,
places like
yes. That's great. Okay.
that. And like, everybody with the s'mores and stuff, they're super focused on what they're doing,
Hmm.
and they can be, even though, because s'mores take a little bit of attention and work,
Yes, that's right. That's right.
but they're still simultaneously able to be super into
Oh,
the
that's
what's
cute.
going on, while they're
Okay.
also
Does it
making
get much better for 8-year-olds that like to spell? I mean, come on.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there is beginning to be this, full on feeling of like everybody's like, not only like, look at what I can do, but everybody's like, that's impressive. Like
Hmm.
everybody's enjoying the my turn,
Mm.
my turn. Like I want to
Oh.
spell next. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
can, and I can. It's this feeling of I can, and I can, and I can, and I can.
Mm.
So let's find out when you mess it up. And even
Yeah.
if somebody messes it up, it's just, well, how would
Mm.
they? I don't know. It's not a big deal, but it's like, yeah, what if you mess up the word? They're like, there might be the game of, well, you're out. You chose your own words. So,
Well, let them. How about you let them play that out and let's see if they decide. Because
mm,
let them know that if that plays out, that if they don't like what they decided, that they could change the rules because they're kids. You can change the rule
it's a
game.
funny thing. So if you get, so the first rule is you get to pick your own word, right?
Hmm.
They do like the idea of having rules.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
because it's like, otherwise it goes on forever. So you get to pick your own word, and
Uh huh.
but you only get one time to spell
Uh
it.
huh. Okay.
And if you're out, you're out. And they're like,
Uh huh.
well, that kind of sucks. But yeah, that's the game.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
whoever, I mean, it's how a spelling bee goes, but it doesn't have this feeling of a
Hmm.
game.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's funny. It's like, well, we could do it like it was a game, and it would be much more fun.
Okay, so let's let that.
I don't know why it's not fun the other way.
Well, I mean, you did add a meadow and s'mores and a circle and,
Well, that's true too.
and people getting to pick their words that they're excited
Well,
about.
that's the thing. You get to pick your own word. You get to show, look
Yeah.
at what I can do. And it's a very funny, like homeschooling way to do it. Like no matter where
Uh-huh.
you are, if you want
Yeah.
to spell cat, you get to go on.
Mhm.
We're all playing this together. It's like, wait, you're going to keep spelling 3-letter words?
Mhm.
You really want to play this game? It's like, all right, well, that's how you do it homeschooling wise. The 5-year-olds get to play too.
Uh-huh. That's right.
And
That's right.
you just get to be acknowledged. Like, okay, you can spell 3-letter words. Great.
Yeah.
If I can spell exactly, like, you
Yeah.
just automatically find your age range.
Great. Okay, good.
So yeah, they're just playing and spell. I'm gonna time warp it a little bit. So they're spelling
Okay.
and they're literally pigging out on smart. They're all like, yeah, no, we know we're gonna be suffering from this later, but we don't care because you don't
Uh,
get this all the time. And they worked out like, the younger ones and the older ones, we don't even have to be in the same level anymore. It's
do you
like,
want to do any imprinting right here?
yeah, this is just
Because
fun.
it just feels super sweet.
It's
So
just
yeah.
super sweet and
Yeah.
fun.
And I want you, yeah, tap on that. And do you sense, is there any sort of color you can associate with this?
Mm, 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 mm. It's in that purpley pinkish iridescent,
Okay.
you
And
know.
if you could give it a word, this whole feeling, this scene.
The word is bright, and not
Mm,
just in the sense of like
yeah, color.
brightness, but
Yeah.
also like when you're bright, like what
Okay.
makes you feel bright. Like I
Yeah.
know I could do it, and I can
Yeah.
do it, and I did do it, and isn't this
Yeah.
fun?
Mm,
And we can all do it.
I love this. So focusing on that that moment, all that playfulness, the game, all these bright kids, this bright energy, this purple, pink, iridescent color. I want you to imagine that moving down through the crown of your head. Let it move into your body. It's bright, pink, purple, iridescent color. Move past your face, shoulders. Feel it fill up your jaw. Bright, bright, pink, purple, iridescent. Taking this moment, all those s'mores, laughter. Move all the way down to your toes and fill up your body with this pink, purple, iridescent color. Let that, let this moment, that color, let bright, let it fill up your body. Let it fill in the space between the past, the present, the future. Moves back through all time. I want you to breathe it into your heart. Fill up your heart. Imagine your heart filling up with this pink, purple, iridescent, bright. So full. It's just so full in there that it's just going to seep out, and your whole body is now full. Woo! You're like shining out of your pores.
Mm,
Wow, wow. Like these rays of purple, pink, iridescent sunshine coming out of you.
mm,
Like bright. Breathe it in and let that 8-year-old like imagine like on the next exhale, like bam, all that pink, purple, bright, iridescent light goes all the way out to the universe forever and ever and ever and ever. So big, so bright, moves through space, time, everywhere, always existed, touches everything, even the dinosaurs.
mm,
The first star ever.
mm,
So big, it's like infinity. So it wraps right back around into this moment right here.
mm,
All of that joy and laughter and word spelling, those bright, yummy marshmallows and pink,
mm,
purple, iridescent light.
mm.
Bring it all back into your heart, knowing that you've got the entire universe in there, right there in your heart, this moment, just as it is. When you know you've got it right there, that universe of all of that moment, everything's changed and shifted. Let it settle right in, knowing you are part of the stars. This is a part of you. And then come back when you're ready.
Wow, honey, that was amazing. Good, you know, what you did, that was awesome. He was like spinning around to have it,
Oh,
like, kid like spinning around. So it was all like going out.
I love it so much.
Gosh, that was amazing. I had no
Yeah.
idea. That was like
Yeah.
I think that was like the brightest I ever
Mm,
experienced. And I loved,
mm.
there was something really amazing about going back, like with not just the dinosaurs, but there was this thing about the first star that really,
Oh,
hit
yeah.
me in a good way. I really liked that.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
That was fun for me too, because if you think about it, like an 8-year-old would be like, dinosaurs all the way back in time.
Yeah,
Like I
totally.
totally just got caught up in
That's
it.
what brought the kid back, because I was like, right. And he was like spinning and like amazing.
Oh, that's really great. So I want you to check back in there with the kids.
Yeah, they like literally won't even sleep that night because they're just going to be
So jacked up and
all these
excited.
words, and everybody can be at their own level. And
Mhm.
if you mess up a word, you're out. That's the game. And they're like,
Yeah.
and they know. And
They're
so
like, oh,
the ones
okay.
who are out, like they get to go and play something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Yes. Yes. Okay,
And you
good.
still get to see, like, there could be the one who's the best one, but it's almost like it ruins it, because it's like, well, now we have to start over again, because so it's not even the, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you're the best. It's like, well, you're the one who sort of just
Yeah.
made it through, but
Right. Right.
you're not
That's really
better
good.
than us. It's just,
Yeah.
isn't that
So
funny
fine.
how that works out, sort of attitude.
So I want you to see if like little young Echo Danny can sort of, you know, navigate the fact like with them all, like, okay, we figured out this whole game. We got to go back though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, kind of see if he can like, okay, troops, what we got to do,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and like, and also figure out if there's any more wiggly, fun 8-year-olds, like, or all
yeah,
the different ages kids that they need to do before they got to go back. And if there's anything that they might take back with them.
yeah. And it's
Okay.
funny because I'm not sure why this is important, but there's
Mhm.
another, and he can maybe go in like camp counselor type guy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do
So
that.
in 8th grade,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yet another school,
Yeah.
I did a practice spelling
Okay.
thing. It was to see who would go to the
Oh yeah, next
competition.
level.
And it
Uh-huh.
was just like, yeah, here's a bunch of words, and we're going to meet after school, and we're all going to see how we do, to see
Uh-huh.
who's going to move on.
Mhm.
And me and this other kid, it ended up being, I think his name is Justin Johnson. That's amazing. I remember his name.
Mhm.
Super good looking kid. But I also had smart friends in school. Like, I
Mhm.
was like, I have smart friends. Does that mean
Yeah.
I'm smart too? It's like, I think I'm smart too.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyway, we all went through, and it was down to me and Justin Johnson, and we tied. Like, we just kept both spelling words. And so somehow it was tied between the two of us. And I was so impressed because the word that came up was syllabification. And I was like, I bet I could figure that one out. I don't even know what that word is. And I spelled it right. And I was like, I'm good. I can spell. So it's like, what does that mean? Because it has to do
Yeah.
with syllables.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, I think that's probably what it means. So I was like, well, then
Good
it's
job.
probably spelled like syllable and
Yeah.
syllabification. And I spelled it right. Like, I literally guessed it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, that's cool. So
That
that
is cool.
guy was like, good enough for me. I spelled syllabification. It makes
That's
up for
right.
that spelling exactly. So F all of you.
That's right.
And I don't even care about I didn't even care. I was like, I don't even care about God.
Yeah. Mhm.
And, and it's like, well, if I have to compare myself to this guy, like, I'm okay with that. He
Mhm.
was,
Mhm.
up
Yeah.
And so that guy is like, yeah, that part was fun. It was fun doing that with these friends of mine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Going like camp counselor type.
Okay. Pop in there.
Okay.
Okay. So do that. Mhm.
Yeah. He's just like, he just wants to be camp counselor. Like, isn't this fun? Like, let's just spell
Okay.
for fun.
Okay, great. 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 So go in there. Let that all, let them work out all that though, because we want to, like, they're kids, so let's exhaust them before they have to go back to,
Let them what?
like, let them exhaust
Oh,
themselves.
exhaust themselves. Yeah, I just didn't hear the word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all right. You know what I mean? So they're like, they're just full up of this whole
it's so funny. I
experience.
had to spell the word in my head to.
Yeah, I saw it too. It's great. Yeah. I mean, so that, like the camp counselor 8-year old that he is, he's letting them like work it all out,
Yeah,
so that they feel so rewarded for this before they go back to the
yeah.
auditorium.
It did happen. It time warped, so they're all sort of
Right.
like it's somehow like all the beds are in one huge cabin. Like they're all there,
Yeah, yeah, great.
and they're still even trying to keep spelling in bed, like whispering spelling to each other, like
This is
going
so
around the
good.
room, like they're literally falling asleep as they go
Oh,
around. So
so
for
cute.
some reason, it's working out like they're all falling asleep, like one by one. So
Yeah,
it's just down to little Danny,
great.
and maybe the eighth grade camp counselor Danny is
Hmm.
there with him.
Yeah,
So
great.
everybody's asleep. I don't know why it's working out this way, but
Okay,
everybody's asleep except for little
sure.
Danny, middle Danny,
Yeah, great.
just them,
Okay.
and that's where we are.
Okay, great. Great. So let that sort of like seal itself up. And that sounds really perfect, that everybody going to sleep is a really good way to kind of segue, you know. So let that happen. And then I want you to, like, with that now being a part of their reality, you know, have it, have time warp it, whatever, so that then now they're back and they're all on stage. But they're on stage with this whole experience now with them. Okay. Okay.
So one thing that's becoming clear about it is that nervousness is
Mm-hmm.
that excitement.
Oh, that's so
That,
good.
that excitement that could exhaust
Yeah.
a kid when they're
Mm-hmm.
allowed to. That nervousness was that because it didn't seem to be such a concern about
Mm-hmm.
the people, but there was this energy, and you see how I get like that, and it's me
Mm-hmm.
getting all excited about doing something
Yeah.
I just want to do and love doing, and
Yeah.
you know, and it
So
feels like nervousness if I can't
that's right.
do it.
Yeah. So that's really great. So I want you to see that really see that that's that excitement in him there. I want you to look and see what that looks like on his face, that it's excitement.
He's
That,
super
that
smiley.
okay, that's really great. Is
Like
there
he's
any
literally like, I don't care what you people think or even how this goes. This is fun. Like I'm just enjoying myself.
okay, anything else at all that needs to come into this moment? How, like, if we were to gonna, do it on that whole, like, we're in the matrix and he is feeling this excitement now, and we are going to measure that whole, like, suds 0 to 10, like, how great is this, like, how, this whole thing, like, this is excitement, this is not nervousness now.
No, it's pretty good. It's up there.
Okay.
Not 9 or 10.
Okay, awesome.
No, it's a
Okay.
9 or 10. Yeah.
Okay, so let's hand on the heart again, hand on the heart. Now looking at this, pick a word for this scene.
Confident is the word.
Confident,
Oh
great.
yeah.
And then can
There's a knowing, it's a deep
mm-hmm.
it's an inner knowing. Like I'm doing what I do,
Okay, great.
you know, regardless of the.
Any sort of color associated with this confident knowing
Well,
you
it's what happens is it's an oak tree
okay.
rather than a color. It's that, like
Okay.
solid, the roots in
Mm,
the ground and the expression. It's like he's turned into a oak tree, a big old,
okay.
a big,
Okay, good. So
not
there's
but a big oak tree.
yeah, big oak tree. So there you go. I want you to feel into that.
A solid and
There's that 8-year-old Danny. I want you to feel into that oak tree confidence of that 8-year-old.
and that calms the nervousness part down
Mm,
too, because it's like got somewhere to go, but
yeah. Oh, good. Because he has roots and his branches.
right.
Okay. Yep. Okay. There he is, that 8-year-old smiling Danny. I want you to just take all that in. that groundedness, that expansion of the oak tree, the solid oak tree. All that excitement and energy.
Yeah, like that goes into the leaves, you know? They move around like
Mm-hmm.
that, like almost nervous
Yeah,
energy in a breeze,
yeah,
but it doesn't take away, it's just an
yeah,
expression of it
yeah.
rather than
So
it.
yeah, so that nervousness of that expression, to really see that expression, that nervousness that's the excitement, it's the
Yeah, right.
lead,
Hmm.
excited, excited, excited. So really see that in a smile,
Yeah.
in that space. Let that light move down through the crown of your head. I really do want you to like imagine that where that jaw space is in the tree.
Mm.
You like you said, you see this big smile.
Yep.
So let that all that knowing and confidence and that place for that to go.
Yeah, it's funny.
Imagine that.
At the place where a branch comes out of the
Mhm.
in there, like so a jaw's like that. So it's like where
Yeah.
the branch comes out of the
Okay, great.
big trunk.
Great.
So
Imagine that.
yeah.
Okay, so I want you to bring all this in and I want you to sort of like merge yourself with that oak tree energy. Okay. So imagine this light is coming down through the crown, but down through the branches of your crown. And then it's moving through these many layers of this solid wood knowing confidence down through the wood of your being, through the jaw, the branches of your jaw, the solid trunk of your torso, and feel this moving through you like it would move, like the nutrients moving through the wood of the tree down into the roots, through your toes, through your roots. All that energy is like that energy of excitement, that energy, that nervous excitement is this energy that's feeding this tree, feeding this boy, feeding this person that you are. Move it into the core of you or your heart. Let the tree breathe in all that energy into your heart and feel all of it. Breathe it in. And then let all of that, I want you to imagine the tree of you, that energy then like moves out through all your branches, out through all your roots, out through the trunk in all direction. Like it's just this big, bright, glowing tree of energy, excitement, all its leaves. And all that energy is just going to move out into the world because the tree is just this ball of energy and it's nature and it's organic and it's moving out forever. The treeness of you. All the way out, all the way out. Back to the dinosaurs again. There were trees when there were dinosaurs. Feeding the dinosaurs with all this knowledge and
Mm.
confidence and goodness.
And the nourish, it's so funny because like that's what fed them,
Yeah,
kept
that's
them
right.
alive.
Yep.
Well, some of them.
So until it didn't. Yep. So this knowing, this confidence, this solidness of this tree, this energy that's feeding and nourishing. And then know that everything, every cell, the cells of the trees, the cells of you, are all the same. So they're all altering and shifting and aligning with this confidence and knowing. Breathe that into your core, into your trunk, into your heart. Root into it, into your roots. Reach out and grab it with your leaves. Breathe it in. Settle down into the trunk of your being. In the calm knowing of this confidence. And then come back when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So now what I want you to do is I want you to say, I want you to imagine you're standing up there with your sign, okay, with your price on it, Danny now. And I want you to say, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
I'm that guy that they resonate with. So how
Yeah,
true does that
they
feel?
see me as that tree. They're like, yeah, you have that. They're not seeing that I'm grounded. What they're seeing is how, like, the tree was nourishing the dinosaurs. It's funny how this pops out as the most important part there.
Mhm.
It fed them. So the
Mhm.
outward manifestation is what they were feeding on.
Mhm.
It's me being grounded and being that tree
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
allowing that to happen. So however I nourish myself and get my God energy, which is, the light in a
Yeah,
tree, they're just feeding on that. But they can see, like, oh, you have what I
that
need.
okay.
Yeah.
So
And it
I want
doesn't deplete it. It's the, oh no, eat of my leaves
mhm.
and fruit and
Mhm.
whatever,
Mhm.
partake. And I'm not being depleted because I'm being fed the other way.
Let's do that for a minute, okay?
And they see it, and they see it. They're like, oh, you're the tree. You're the,
Okay, good. Yeah, I want you to close your eyes for a minute. I want you to see yourself holding that sign in front of that audience with your price. And I want you to see that they see that you're that access for them, that they see the living life nourishment of that tree like energy in you.
there is a sense of, we don't even care what the price is. We'll do whatever it takes because you
Okay,
have what I need.
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's, I can see the price even
yeah,
being able to go, it's like, yeah, 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 because you have what I need. So
good. I want you to feel into that.
even 10 timesing the price.
Yeah, they see that. I want you to feel into that. See in their, I want you to see in their eyes that. I want you to see in their faces. See their
Yeah,
faces.
they're just amazed. They're like,
Mhm.
of the possibility. They're like, it's resonating with that glimmer in their eye. They don't even know. And they're just like,
Is there a different color associated with this feeling right now?
no, it's still that purple,
Okay.
pink,
Purple,
iridescent,
pink, iridescent. Okay. Okay.
whiter. It's,
Okay.
you know,
I
it's
want you to, there you go. And I want you to feel into that and bright, 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 bright.
yeah, for a moment, it's bright white.
Yeah, bright white.
Like when Gandalf became Gandalf the White, like that one, right? You can't even see.
Yeah, yes, yes.
It's like that for a moment.
Great. Imagine that. And this confidence, this knowing, seeing that in their faces. Take this moment and breathe it deep into you. Notice when you're seeing all that in their faces, just notice your jaw, you know? Notice your jaw.
Well, what I notice is that if I'm holding on to something like the old stuff,
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
clenches.
Mhm.
If I fall into this, it loosens. So it might
Okay.
just let me know
Yeah.
if I'm doing it or not doing it. But
Okay.
yeah,
Great.
if there's
Okay.
any rigidity, I'm aware of it.
Okay. Great. So feel into this moment, this loose jaw. Feel into that bright white and kind of that purple pink iridescence. Let it wash over you. All of everything, all the work that you've just done, all the joy of the kids, the playing with the dinosaurs, the spinning around that has brought you to this place of realizing that you are a reflection of all of those moments and that resonance. Okay, so let it just wash over you. That others are connected and see that you're that connection. And they are connected because you and your connection, that's what's resonating. They're mirroring that back. You're mirroring that to them. So take that in, take it to the core of your heart. Like let it drop down into your heart so far, so far that it's into the abyss. And then you're back to the stars that way too, not only outwardly, but down into your heart, into the infinite. Let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. When you're sure it cannot fall any further, breathe and come back. All right.
Yay!
Yay!
Love a tree.
So I love your tree. So I'd really like you to, as a practice, whatever, I don't know. So I really want you to imprint this.
Hmm. Well, I have an idea of
Okay. Yeah. Tell
what
me.
resonates, because I actually did another session with Joanne Callahan,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and this gives me something very real to remove blocks to being that
Hmm.
this, removing the blocks to being this, and collarbone breathing it in, because the collarbone
Yeah.
breathing is to align with it, and it's
Yeah.
so.
Oh, good. I love
I
that.
didn't really have enough to collarbone breathe and align with. This gives me something that's extremely real. So I can collarbone breathe this in, and the points to remove the blocks to being this.
Hmm. Great.
And I can do that every day. So for me to re-imprint something,
Yeah.
that's how I do it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather
Hmm.
than, although I'll have my moment of like just a,
Yeah.
but I knew that I needed to bump it up a little bit.
Great.
Yeah, because that's a little bit more intense, and I resonate.
I,
I really like learning that, and
yeah. I love it so much.
yeah.
Did you see that Craig and Alina just recently posted the collarbone breathing?
Oh, did she? Oh,
Yeah, she was like,
yes, I did
this
see
is,
that.
yeah, she's like, this is a technique we haven't,
Yeah,
shared for a while. But, and I was like, and I said, is that TFT? Yeah, because yeah. And she's like, yeah, it's just kind of forgot about it for a while, but it's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
And I was like, oh, I love that.
yeah.
Okay. Um, I got to get going.
Okay, thank you so
Um,
much. That was amazing.
that was really great. That was really fun to be a part of. I'm so excited.